Welcome. In this video, I'm going to do my first playthrough with Black Widow in Marvel Champions. So this is my first play using Black Widow, so I'm just using the base deck pre-constructed that came in the hero pack. Basically, the Bellman came, did an unboxing, and now I'm getting ready to play. So if you didn't see that, we've got Natasha here, recovery of 3, alter ego form, shield and a spy, mission prep abilities, a response. If you play a preparation card, draw 1 card. Hand size of 6, hit points of 9. Their hero form, thwart of 2, attack of 2, and defense of 2. Avenger and Spy, Widowmaker ability, response. After you trigger the ability of a preparation card you control, deal 1 damage to an enemy, and a hand size of 5 there. And since I'm just starting off, we're going with RHINO in basic mode, so RHINO 1 and 2. Using the RHINO in standard and counter sets, and using the recommended bomb scare. For the main scheme, we've got a threat threshold of 7. So if this stage is completed, we'll lose the game. So we'll see how she does with a beast coming after us. Scheme of 1, attack of 2, no special ability here, and starts with 14 health per player. So we've got that set up. Give his counter deck a quick shuffle. Then we will shuffle our hero deck and get started there. We start with 6 cards. And since I have not played, I really don't know what's going to be good. So we've got Quake, an ally, thwart of 1, attack of 2, health of 2. Their minion schemes, exhaust her, deal 2 damage to that minion. Dance of Death, I already know that's good, just from the unboxing. It's a hero action, make the following 3 attacks in order, deal 1 damage to an enemy, then 2 damage, then 3, so a total of 6 damage coming on that can be split around. I've got 2 of those. Strength. Spycraft, play only if you control a spy character. It's an interrupt, when you reveal an encounter card, discard Spycraft. Cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. Definitely keeping that. Then we've got a Stealth Strike. Hero action, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated by this attack, remove 2 threat from a scheme. And I think we're going to pass on that. There's no way we're getting 2 Dance of Deaths going on. So we'll keep those and see what comes up here. All right, 2 old cards, Surveillance Team and Interrogation Room. So after you defeat a minion, exhaust this to remove a threat from the scheme. And this gets 3 Snoop counters. Exhaust this and remove a counter to remove a threat from the scheme. So we are going to start off putting Spycraft in play, which is a preparation. Using that for the resource. It's going to trigger this so we can draw a card into Black Widow's Gauntlet. Exhaust this, generate a wild resource for a preparation card. We are going to go ahead and flip over and swing for 2. Down to 12. I was thinking about keeping Quake, but I do want to get that out early. So we'll go ahead and spin Quake for this. Then we're going to do the Dance of Death. Using Strength and Interrogation Room. Hero action. Deal 1, 2, and then 3 damage, so a total of 6. Taking RHINO down to 6. Ending her turn, drawing 5 cards. Getting 2 counterintelligence. Any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme. Discard this, prevent 3 of that. We've got Nick Fury, so 2 thwart, 2 attack. Comes into play, we can either remove 2 threats, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage. Stealth Strike, which I believe we've already seen. And Widow's Bite. After a minion enters play, discard this, deal 2 damage to that minion, and stun it. And ready up. For the villain phase, 1 threat. He's going to attack. We are going to take it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. It's nice to get rid of that. The 4 damage hurts since that's almost half of our life. Get in a counter card. So gang up. For an alter ego form, this card gains surge. For an hero form, the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. That's not good. But something worse could pop up. So we will go ahead and defend. Base 2, just 2 damage coming in. It's our defense, so no damage taken from that. So we're going to go ahead and flip over. Put in counterintelligence for 2. That's going to allow us to draw a card into a synth suit. So this gives us +1 defense. It's a hero response after you trigger the ability of a preparation card you control, exhaust the synth suit, and ready Black Widow. Then we'll use our gauntlet to create a wild resource for a preparation card and bring this in. We'll go ahead and keep these 2, drawing 4 more. Getting Genius. The grappling hook. It's a hero interrupt. When you reveal a treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of that treachery, and discard it. Another spycraft and surveillance team. So for RHINO, we get a threat. He's going to scheme for a base of 1, 2, 3. We are going to go ahead and play this as an interrupt. And any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme. Discard counterintelligence, prevent 3 of that. Then we'll get in a counter card, finding a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. We will take it to 3. And go ahead and bite. Oh, no, we won't. That's a hero response. Never mind. We're going to go ahead and recover with her to take her up to 8. Going to use this for a resource to put in another spycraft. It's going to let us draw a card into the Power of Justice, which we will use to put another counterintelligence into play. Then we will flip over and put in our synth suit for 3, giving us +1 defense and the hero response. After we do a preparation, we can ready her. And we'll keep this and draw 4. Stealth Strike, another spycraft, and acrobatics. So when a boost card is turned face up, discard this, cancel the boost icons on that card, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. So we've got a lot of cards out, but haven't really done much. So we're up to 4 there. So RHINO's going to swing at us. We're going to defend. We have a defense of 3 now. So he's coming at 2. So 2 damage. We can soak that up. The bomber's going to swing for 1. Then an enhanced ivory horn. We are going to use a preparation there. So when you reveal an encounter card, discard this, cancel that card, and discard it. Then reveal another one. And since we triggered a preparation, we deal 1 damage, which we'll do to RHINO. And as a hero response, after we trigger the ability of a prep card you control, we exhaust this to ready Black Widow. Then we get another Hydra Bomber. So choose to either take 2 damage or place a threat on the main scheme. So we will go up to 5 now. And now that we're a hero, after a minion enters play, discard this, deal 2 damage to that minion, and stun it. But he's more than stunned, he's out. Which triggers here to do another damage, down to 4. And it's our turn. So I know what comes after here. So I'm not ready to really break that out. So what I'm going to do is play Stealth Strike, Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated by this attack, remove 2 threat from a scheme. I believe that still works if I were to do that. But I'm going to do it on the Hydra Bomber instead. Might be the bad play, but that's the way I'm doing it. So 4 damage, destroys him. Take 2 threat off her scheme there. I'll go ahead and swing for 2. Then I'm going to put in attack acrobatics using our gauntlet. Keep this in hand, drawing 4. Getting another gauntlet, another counterintelligence, and a Quinn carrier. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait, which is just our hero form. So resource, exhaust this, generate a wild resource. So for RHINO, we'll get a threat. We will defend. So base 2, 3 damage coming our way. We have a defense of 3. I'm going to choose not to use that just for the 1 damage, even though we would end up doing 2 total. Go to the encounter card, getting an assault. So the villain attacks you. We don't want that happening. So we will play Spycraft, which is going to deal a damage. And we can ready. Get a different card. Finding the Shocker. Deal 1 damage to each hero when revealed. So I probably messed up earlier. We'll see if I can get out of it. We'll forward for 2. Probably should have took him down when I had the chance. I'm going to go ahead and flip over. Use the Quinn carrier to bring in a gauntlet. Then use the gauntlet to bring in a grappling hook, which allows us to draw a card, getting a safe house. And I'm going to go looking through my deck here. So we'll go ahead and put our safe house in play. So we can exhaust that. Choose a preparation card in your discard pile. Add that card to your hand. And that's an alter ego action. So we'll go ahead and do that. To get Spycraft, and then put that in play with the Power of Justice. And I believe that's our turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Convert ops. Action, thwart, remove 4 threat from a scheme, confuse the villain. Target acquired. After boost card is turned face up, discard target acquired, cancel that card's boost ability. Winter Soldier, thwart an attack of 2, cost of 4. Reduce the cost to play him by 1 for each preparation card you control. Attack acrobatics we've seen, and a couple more target acquireds. So we go to 3. So RHINO goes to scheme. It's just going to be adding 2. We will conflicted. We'll let it come on. Then he'll scheme for another 1, so we're up to 6. Get an encounter card, Stampede, alter ego form. This gains Surge. Then that comes into a charge, which I don't like happening. So we will spy this craft out of that to go into a Hydra Mercenary. Nothing we can do about that one. So for our turn, we're going to heal for 3. We will put in attack acrobatics using her gauntlet. That will allow us to draw a card. We'll use our safe house to go through our discard pile. Get Spycraft back. Put that into play with our other gauntlet. Go ahead and flip on over. We'll bring in Winter Soldier. Reduce the cost to play him by 1 for each preparation card you control. We have 5, so he comes in for free. We'll use the soldier to attack for 2. We'll start on the mercenary. Then we'll play Covert Ops using these 3. As an action, thwart, remove 4 threat from a scheme, and confuse the villain. So RHINO is confused at what we're doing, just like I am. I believe that's all we're going to do. We'll go ahead and keep that and just draw 4, which is enough to go through our deck. So we've got Widow's Bite, Covert Ops, Grappling Hook, and Agent Coulson. So after he enters play, search our deck and discard pile for a prep card and add it to our hand and shuffle our deck. So we are getting an encounter card for going through our deck. And we will shuffle. And ready all our cards. RHINO brings threat out. Then he's going to attack. We'll have Black Widow defend. So base 2. And with that, we're going to use this. When a boost card is turned face up, discard this, cancel the boost icons, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. So we will go ahead and do that, which will take him to 0, which brings out his former self, or newer self. Scheme of 1, attack of 3. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the break and a take it side scheme. Reveal it and shuffle the encounter deck. I don't think that's come out. So breaking and taken, when revealed, place an additional threat per player here. So we're going to get 3 on that. So we triggered the ability of a prep card, which means we get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of our mercenary here. And since we triggered a prep card, we can exhaust this to ready Black Widow. RHINO is now up to 15 health. Shocker will attack for 2. We'll just take that. Then we get 1 encounter card as normal and 1 because of breaking and taken. So this could be dangerous. Hydra Mercenary. I think we can just take that. Next, hard to keep down. RHINO heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed, this card gains Surge. He's at max health. So we get a bomb scare. Place an additional 1 threat per player here. So many worse things out there. And then caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Now, I think I'm just going to lose Acrobatics on that one. So I think we're going to bring in Agent Coulson. After your enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a prep card and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. We'll spin those 3 for that. I think I'll just go through our discard pile and get one of our Acrobatics. Then I'll put out a grappling hook with these 2. Then Coulson is going to thwart for 2. Taking that down to 1, and we'll have Winter Soldier thwart to get breaking and taken out of the way. Then we'll go ahead and swing into Shocker for 2. Then I'm going to flip over. Wasn't planning on doing that. We'll use our safe house to pick up an upgrade. Then we will put in Acrobatics, ending our turn, and drawing 6 cards. And I'm definitely playing the long game here. So we've got Nick Fury, Surveillance Team, Covert Ops, Quinn Carrier, Target Acquired, and Counterintelligence. So we're going to start by getting 2 threat, going from 3 to 5. RHINO goes to Scheme. He's confused. Shocker's not confused. We go to 6. Get an encounter card. We're an alter ego, so gain Surge. Then we get the Sandman. Comes out with Toughness. Let's see here. We're going to use our safe house to bring in Acrobatics. Use our Gauntlet to play that. That will allow us to draw a card, getting a Widow's Bite. We'll then bring in Nick Fury for 4. Use his ability to have us draw 3 cards. We'll go ahead and flip over. Do some Covert Ops. Paying 3 there. Remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. Then we'll have Nick thwart for 2. Agent Coulson will thwart for 2. It gets rid of our bomb scare. And Winter Soldier is going to swing for 2 just to get rid of the Shocker. We'll use our other Gauntlet to bring in Widow's Bite. Then have her attack for 2 on the Hydra Mercenary. End her turn, we'll discard that, drawing 5. So a lot of big cost cards, and not enough to pay for them all. But Dance of Death is definitely going to get used here shortly. So we ready all our cards. One threat out here. RHINO is going to attack. Coulson will jump in the way of that. So nothing there, so 3 damage coming in. Then the mercenary is going to swing for 1. We'll just let Black Widow, let's see. Yep, Black Widow will take it. Then the Sandman swings in for 3. Nick Fury will jump in front of that one. Get an encounter card. Treachery. If bomb scare is in play, assign X damage among heroes and allies, where X is the amount of threat on the bomb scare. If it is not in play, this card gains surge. We are just going to go ahead and grappling hook that. So hero interrupt. We reveal a treachery card. Discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of that treachery, and discard it. And after we play a prep card, we can deal 1 damage to an enemy. I think we'll just go ahead and get rid of the Hydra Mercenary. And start our next turn. We will start with a Dance of Death. Those 3 resources. Deal 1 damage to an enemy, get rid of Tough. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, then deal 3 damage to an enemy. So Sandman is gone. We are going to flip over and heal for 3. Use our gauntlet to put in a Spycraft, which will let us draw a card, getting energy. We'll then use our Safe House to go looking for a prep card and use energy to put that in play. We've got answers for everything except for dealing damage. So drawing 6 cards. Getting Strength, Surveillance Team, Power of Justice, a Stealth Strike, another Power of Justice, and Quake. One threat on the main scheme. Goes to scheme, he's confused. Get an encounter card. We give him a Tough status. And it is back to us. Starting with our Safe House. Let's see. I think we'll go with the Widow's Bite. Then use a gauntlet to put that in play. Allows us to draw a card into Dance of Death. Flip on over. We will start with the Dance of Death. 1 damage to an enemy, gets rid of Tough. Then 2 and 3, so 5, taking him down to 10. Go into a Stealth Strike, dealing 4 damage to an enemy, and we're not going to be able to defeat it, but we just want to do the damage. Taking him down to 6. Then we'll swing with Black Widow for another 2. And Winter Soldier will swing for 2. That will be our turn. We'll go ahead and keep Quake, drawing 4 or 2. Get an extra encounter card. Shuffle up. Drawing 2 more. Counterintelligence and Strength. All right, gain a threat. Up to 5. RHINO goes to attack. We are going to defend. Comes in with 2. Let's see. Acrobatics. When a boost card is turned face up, discard this, cancel the boost icon, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. So we're doing 2 damage from that and 1 more from that. But we took RHINO out. with acrobatics. And that's the long version of how to play with Black Widow. I think after a couple more plays, I hopefully do a little bit better. This card is awesome, even though I've just got 2 sitting here along with the Spy Crafts. Just being able to handle encounter cards. Acrobatics can come in key. The synth suit is good. A lot of good cards in this set. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.